And yes, it's the Bols podcast, that is. And as always, from Philly to the Sharif kitchen to the world, we everywhere. You know what it is, man. Sleeves to hustle all day long, here to get it on. Sitting right next to me, the good brother Staff, the militant one, a.k.a. brother Dy-lan, dread on the lens. You know what I'm saying? And back at it again. You know, we'll have hopefully maybe have our female co-host back in the mix next week on some ish. But right now we're just going to get into some Bols ish for episode 87. And this John is just entitled Shit is Real. All right. And basically, as he said, we are a podcast out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania,
Philadelphia,
and to the world, country outside of here, if that ain't East Coast or nothing like that, we just look like fucking Beirut.
Savages.
You get what I'm saying? And just on some other type shit right now. And it's not just right now. It's been like this
like
for a
the Terror
while.
Dome out there.
I mean, Philly been on some shit with the killing and the murders for several years now, but it's just to the level of like the stupidity and just the blatant ignorance. Like, you taking away the killings are at this point, they always been stupid, but now you're taking away people's innocence, basically. Whereas though SEPTA, like public transportation, where like at least for the most part you would hear backdoor dickhead. You might get a little rumble.
Might be a scuffle.
Might be a little scuffle or something. You know, somebody arguing, music too loud or something like that. But
snatch your bag, run off the door real quick.
Yeah, not pay your fare. Like, niggas good for not paying their fares, and it is what it is. I ain't about to rumble you over that. But getting clapped, like just being on the bus, cats, you young boys shooting up the bus. So the thing is too, now with these new weapons, these handguns, they got these what they call switches or whatever.
Lock switches.
The extendos where they go to like 50 to 100 rounds or something like that. It's basically like a mini Uzi in your hand, handgun wise. So you're not going to have the best aim with that. So when you're letting them things off, they're going everywhere in under a minute.
Well, they wouldn't have the best aim anyway because they don't practice.
Yeah, no, of course. You know what I'm saying? So just like one in particular, there's been several Jones this week right now in Philly, but
Sleeves, I don't even want to be around no teenagers. I don't even like teenagers right now. But go ahead, man.
And I mean, I get the feeling, I get the understanding, and then that goes back. There's so many levels we could touch on this because it's like, yo, how about what we talked about over the summer with the ski mask ban and all this that you're not supposed to be wearing poo shiesties on buses and places and this, that, and the third. And end of the day, how are you regulating that? Because the bus driver's not going to regulate that. The SEPTA train driver or somebody like that ain't doing it. If you don't got transit police on these stops or these buses and things of that nature, then you're going to have this foolishness that we got going on.
I never thought I would be this age, like where I feel like if it's a group of teens, I want to be nowhere near them. Nowhere near them. Like, I know it's just foolishness going on. And then nowadays, with everybody sliding on their ops, pulling out the stick and walking them down, you know, everybody wants to live that with all the drill rap. It's like evil. Everybody angry in the drill rap and shooting. It's nonsense. But it affects the minds of a minor. It does, and they feel like that's the way that they're going to resolve their issues. You know what I'm saying? It's a little NFL, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's how they feel like they got to resolve their issues. If I got a beef with you, which most likely stems on social media, if I got a beef with you now, then we're going to go resort to some gunplay or something like that. I'm going to shoot everybody up. I'm going to shoot up everybody standing next to you. I'm just going to spray the whole area. It's like the lack of humanity. It's just wild. It's like, even as a youth, you still know right from wrong to some degree. And I understand the frontal lobe isn't fully developed and all that. But even at 15, 16, 17 years old, you know, if I got a beef with a person in the crowd, I don't need to spray the whole crowd.
You know right for wrong, man.
Yeah, it's like,
no right for wrong. Like, come on.
It's like, come on. I don't understand what makes them think that that's the right way to go about solving it. Why don't you just wait till you get this person by themselves? or something like that. Why you got to go shoot the whole bus stop up? Like,
first of all, why you gotta? I mean, listen, man. It's just to get down to the bare facts of it, man. And I don't want to get shot, but for what I'm going to say, you know, who knows, man? Don't put a target on me. I'm just the OG that just is speaking real, man. You niggas is pussy, all right? And it's just, this is what it is. Because, like, if you got a beef, knuckle up, square up, that's it, and we good till if we got a beef again. But really, when we talking about what are we beefing about here? What are y'all young boys beefing about? What did he say about you? What did really go down? Now, it's a difference once we get into it, and it's like you feel some type of way because you're feeling like you got to avenge your homie that got killed. I get that. That's a lot of rage and hate and this, that, and the third. But all you're doing is completing the cycle, the vicious cycle of, all right, he died, I got to go to avenge him. Now, that person that died going to avenge them. Yeah. Like, it's a never-ending cycle. So what, as black, brown men, as us being a little bit older, but listen, this ain't no, like, I don't ever want to feel like I'm coming at the youth. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was young, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still feel young at heart.
But I don't think there's something wrong with coming at people. Sometimes you need to come at somebody's neck. Maybe that's part of the problem.
Absolutely, but get where I'm saying. It's a proper way of doing it. Like, my point now is with them like, yo, dog, what y'all doing is terrible. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got moms, fathers, aunts, grandmoms, brothers, sisters losing loved ones, dog. Right. And when you have that happening, like the woman in particular that happened up on my old way, up Somerville, off of Ogons, and what's that, Godfrey or Stenton, I believe, over that way. She is on the bus. You know how many times she probably done took this bus in her life? And it comes to a stop and it's do. And guess what? When you look up, she dead than a motherfucker. She got shot in the head for riding the bus. Nothing to do with y'all young boys and y'all foolishness and whatever you got going on from the school that you want to come up and now you want to run up on an unarmed young boy and try to cap him in front of a crowd of everybody and then run off with your Pooh Shiesty mask. Like, my niggas, I want you young boys to understand something real quick as these glasses come off. It's cool in the streets with the shiesties and the bullshit how y'all moving because you're moving like suckers. You ain't out here like really having shootouts. You're running up on niggas when they don't see, at least expect it, shooting them and keeping it moving. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Understand this, my niggas, when you do get caught. It ain't nowhere to run in prison. Only place you gonna go is to that cell and to the gin pop and those areas where you can get fucked up immediately on site. Oh, lastly, there are no sticks. There's knives and blades and a bunch of husky, tough motherfuckers waiting for you to disrupt your little dumbasses once you get inside that joint. So understand, that's why y'all be tough as shit outside of here, all that I'm riding.
Yeah, the gun gives you the power.
But when that ass got to do real live, like my nigga Styles P used to say, because I'm physical, nigga. I show you how to murder right. Yeah, exactly. That's what's going on in the Bing, dog. Real physical man shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Savagery. Ain't no sticks, ain't no 100 rounds, ain't no running and moving with your clips, dog. Yeah. And for those kids that have created these crimes and done this shit, I want you to get all the fucking time you deserve. So, you know what I'm saying? And live and
we getting older. Like I feel that way too. Like yo, throw the book at him.
Yeah, like
lock away.
You done took somebody's son, daughter, everything. Yeah, get down there, get the little Debbies and Chi-Chi's ready for your dumb ass. All right, because that's all you gonna be eating, jumpsuits, and you're gonna probably be somebody's girlfriend. Good. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Good.
And while, you know what I'm saying? While we on our elder statesman rant here, you know what else? Like it is crazy, right? This is you start getting older, you start feeling differently about people. What comedian said he used to be all like fuck the police back in the day until he owned property? I forget who it was that made that joke, but that's real as shit. But what I would say, man, if I was a cop, every time I see somebody with them little paper temporary tags, I'd be pulling that whip over. I'd be pulling that whip over immediately.
Well, don't talk that shit because I had my Jones for a minute, so I'm cool.
I would have pulled you over, dog.
Listen, man, you ain't got nothing to worry about. All right, it might be 5, 10
a ticket.
minutes of your time.
Yeah, I'm cool. I ain't got
issue
no.
is so many crimes get committed in these either stolen Kias and Hyundais. And by the way, everybody who owns a Kia or a Hyundai should be required to have like a club anti-theft device in their car.
But now you got to understand that too. Only if you don't got the, what's that? The push button type joint. If you just got the regular key joint, that's how they getting you. But when you got the like push button,
is that the science behind it? You got to have a push button? I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
like no, if you got
the
no, this was like if you got the regular, like you could put the key in and turn the ignition. That's what they was getting all crazy with the joints. You know what I'm saying? When you got the push button, you gotta have that, your key near the car
fob or something like
yeah,
that.
exactly. So they wasn't doing that with them.
Well, the ones that are getting stolen the most, like according to what you're saying, y'all got to have clubs or something in the car because they steal your car. They use it in the commission of some kind of crime or some kind of felony all the time. Like I guarantee, like they found the car that was used in that shooting outside Northeast High School. They dumped that over in Alny somewhere in somebody's driveway like that. They probably stole it from some other place.
Of course,
it was like, we're gonna go and slide on our ops. And then we're gonna go and trash this car somewhere. But man, I would be pulling everybody with them paper tags, them temp tags, man, because it's just too much, man.
How you feel about the?
I think it's deeper than that. But go ahead,
the
Tom.
stop and frisk initiative that the mayor wanted.
Listen, look.
I'm gonna be honest. At this point, with these motherfuckers wilding out, I don't give a fuck. Stop all the motherfuckers. Like I said before, lock all the niggas.
See, well, that's because you're older and you've seen some things. But what I would say is my problem with stop and frisk is that you have a corrupt police force. They're going to abuse it.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Because you thinking, stop and frisk, having them do stop and frisk, thinking they just going to stop all the young boys out there.
Right.
But no, they're going to be stopping your older ass too. You know what I mean? Because racism defies all ages. Like, they don't care. You know what I'm saying?
But if you ain't got, but listen, if I ain't doing shit, then I'm cool.
Stop me, it'd be wasting my time, yeah.
It don't matter if I feel like, you got rights. It don't matter if you're doing nothing or not, because eventually stop and frisk gets out of hand because when it was really popping, you had these cops that would target certain individuals. I'm going to target you every day when you go into the bus stop or you catching a train to work or you're walking home. And that's when it starts to get out of hand. And then you start to lash out. And that's what they want. They want a reason or excuse to bust you upside the head or shoot you or something like that. So, you know what I mean? They, like I said,
listen, dog,
that they're going to abuse it. They're going to abuse it.
So be it. What the fuck isn't abused in this country?
Nah, I can't co-sign police abuse. Like, I'll never
I'm not
co-sign
trying
that,
to co-sign police abuse, but let's just be real. We live in America. It's abuse of everything in this motherfucker. And when it comes to, when you're talking about the cops and all like that, when don't they, like, it doesn't have to be a stop and frisk. They could just have a new initiative and just be on some shit right now. And honestly, Sherelle, yeah, it's about time you figure it the fuck out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Look,
at this point,
I can see stop and frisk. You see a bunch of young boys out there with poo shiesties on, knowing they supposed to stop and frisk. You see a bunch of young boys hanging around a Kia or a Hyundai with some paper tags or something like that.
but that's the whole purpose. I'm saying, like, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The initiative. They ain't going after old heads. I ain't got to worry with my salt and pepper ass no more.
But
listen,
I think you're naive if you think you don't. I'll tell you, you do.
I don't, dog, because I don't. When the stop and frisk was around when I was a young boy, I honestly didn't have too many issues unless I was in places that was suspect. Like, I'm just gonna be honest for you. Like, if I was at the park smoking weed back when, it wasn't all cool to do it and all like that, yeah, they roll up on me. If I'm in my car and they done rolled by 2 or 3 times, I'm still in the same spot, but now it's smoky. You get what I'm saying? They done rolled up on me. I'm just telling you, I'm not frauding like the cop. I'm not frauding like it's no police brutality.
Don't forget, like, I think you're seeing it through a 40-year-old man's lens, right? And when you think of these cops, you're thinking about cops that are in your same age range. And those cops, they might not stop and frisk you, but there are plenty of young cops, young white cops that are going to see a black man and he don't care how old he is, and that racism is ingrained to them in the police culture, and they're going to stop and frisk you. They're going to target you.
I hear that too, though.
But that's period. You're going to deal with that period, dog. Like, if you're a black man in America, you're going to deal with that.
The state of what the city is on right now, like,
you gotta do something. You want something done.
Yeah, dog. Like, it calls for extreme measures. At this point in time, it should be targeted. Listen.
So then, what's the next step?
It's simple.
They got National Guard on the subway in New York City. So what's the next step here?
So before you get to that, you can do some things yourself, which is simple. Don't label it stop and frisk, but listen, it's called bum rush the show, nigga. And basically now,
it's the same thing. You'll change the name.
Because you're not, let me finish. Bum rush the show is simply put, I'm bum rushing the targeted areas where the young boys is wilding. I'm not worried about like you was talking about pulling over and all like that. Nah, before I'm worried about pulling niggas over and all like that, because you know that could be whatever it is. I'm bum rushing the areas that they be fucking wilding, and at the times they wilding when school starts and when school ends. All right. And these certain areas, like these bus stops, these areas like that, that's where they need to be out heavy, coming through, breaking this shit up.
No, but and you are right, because to some degree, when you start putting those restrictions in place, I mean, look what it did for the gallery.
Yeah.
Once they banned them young bulls at the gallery, all that mobbing stopped happening down there. You know, people stopped getting beat up.
What they
down
call
there.
it, making it hot. You're making the block. So what the police have to do is, like I said, it's not no stop and frisk. You're bum rushing the areas that the young niggas is wilding out at. That's it, period. We're bum rushing the show, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? We coming through with force. Get the fuck out. Get on your bus. Get wherever you gotta go, and that's that. You try to restrain or do all that, you might catch a baton to your fucking head or something, and you get locked up. Like it just is what it is.
Right. I was having the same conversation with my wife earlier today, and I was like, "Yo, the police, they have to have officers on the beat." Like, especially during school letouts and things of that nature. Y'all got to be out walking around.
Y'all know that they know the areas.
You can't just ride around occupied army just patrolling in the car.
Or sitting in your car just
like,
waiting.
Get out, walking
get
around.
Get outside, be on the joint.
Maybe even get to know some of them. You know
yeah, listen, I need y'all to break it up, do whatever y'all got to do. Like, you get what I'm saying? But like, what y'all letting happen is they're coming together and wilding the fuck out in different places how they want to. Once you start getting whiffs and you're getting calls from neighbors be on it too. Like, let you know, like, yeah, we got a mob of kids out here. Yeah. Like, y'all need to bum rush that area and break that up. Remember last year over the summertime, all them young boys up Mount Airy was in the middle of the street, acting wild on the wheels and doing all that. Once you get a call from a neighbor or somebody, police.
Where was the police?
Like, you get what I'm saying? We coming through the bum rush. Break this shit. Break all this shit up. Like, what are you talking about?
Even if there'd been an officer stationed somewhere around those bus stops at Northeast High School, it would have been a deterrent. That drive-by, or I guess, I don't know if technically it's a drive-by, because they drove up, got out, and got back. Whatever.
But even if they was having balls, now you got a car and somebody that can at least chase. And be on their ass or something, because you got that in the area. So that's just pretty much what it's coming down to. Like I said, it ain't necessarily got to be.
You know what? At the same time, too, how fearful are these young boys of the cops nowadays anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many motherfuckers even want to be cops now?
Well, not many. You know, they have issues recruiting.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, end of the day, they still out there, and it's going to be a job for people to do. So, like, those that sign up to do it, I need you to do it. That's the fuck it.
You got to do it correctly, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Know what you're signing up for.
But also, they need to get trained correctly. You ain't getting trained correctly when you shortening the school time now to be, I think Philly was trying to do some shit where it's like 4 weeks or like really? 4 months. 4 weeks. Yeah, I forgot. Some old wild shit, not 4 weeks, but it was something wild. I remember we talked about a couple of shows ago.
4 days.
You know what I'm saying?
God damn.
Like, I think it used to be like close to a year or something like that. I think they might be breaking it down to like 4 months or some shit like that. They trying to get you in and get you out, like accelerated boot camp, nigga.
It's a factory, just turning them out.
Right.
But the end all be all is this. Listen, youngsters, like, we love y'all, man, and we want, like you said,
it's dangerous for y'all. Like, you know,
like Whitney Houston said, man, I believe the children are our future. All right. Teach them well. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, right now, y'all not doing y'all life expectancy
and
like
hold the
18.
parents accountable too, because
I ain't even get into that part.
Wilding, you know,
we have to absolutely listen. If your son went out here and created a heinous murder, like just like he need to get the book thrown at him, you might have to do some time too.
Even like that new police commissioner was saying, he was like, "Listen, man, y'all got to go in their rooms, turn them Jones upside down, like you know, so if you know that your child is mischievous or whatever, you need to be in that room when they at school, rifling through them drawers, going through them closets, looking for those weapons that they might have stashed or something like that. You know what I mean? So,
and then giving them the lashing and all like that when they get home. Like,
some of them you might have to turn in. Like some of them, they need
another element that's
kind
of crazy too is that, like, you know, nowadays some of these parents are working 2 or 3 jobs, whatever, living these kids with a lot of ample time. To do.
No, we get that, and we get that too. But that also now you have to. That's where it becomes in how much trouble your kid getting into, and how you gonna try to balance. You know, because I know you got to work and get your bread, but you also at the end of the day you got to take care of your kid. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that time comes in now to where I'm gonna be on their ass a little bit more. Pause. So, you know, it's just
pause.
It's just the era we in right now, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's too, guns are too accessible. Like they got the joints now. What's that that they make off the printer or whatever like that?
Ghost guns, 3D guns.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, you got to be on all that, but also you got to be mindful of who your kids are. Parents got to parent. And when parenting means like not just in their rooms, you got to be in them phones and what they monitoring what they doing, have the location on where they at, what they doing, and really peeping who they hanging out with, and where they friends coming from. They coming from broken homes. Oh, he coming from a hustler's family. Oh, all they do is hustle and do all this extra shit, and that's why your son's starting to change. And it's like, nah, dog, you got to peep game and show them like, yeah, we not trying. Like, yeah, no, the wrong crowd will lead you to the wrong place. And the bottom line is this: have you been in some situation? You gotta ask your kids real tough questions. Like, listen, you don't gotta be honest, but your face gonna show me everything. You done been around some wild shit, haven't you, lately? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what you talk like that. You gotta dive in. You get what I'm saying? And you gotta really be on that type shit.
I'm surprised, you know what I mean? A lot of these kids ain't getting caught now. Being that they do everything on social media or whatever, they say everything on the social media, whatever. Cops can make all types of fake pages, whatever, get people to start talking on this shit. It's crazy, though.
I mean, listen, man. Philly, we going to get it together. But we got to do it together. I mean, listen, dog, if you got to. Like, we ain't the first era to be dealing with crazy violence. This shit been here ways forever. And it goes up and down. But the thing is, like, we as older cats, all we can do is, like, we just going to try to tell y'all the real. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit, and you're leading yourself to either a lifetime in jail or early grave. That's it.
You're headed for something.
Like, I mean, prime example, like my man, Wallow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he done been gave y'all stories. He came out. He did over close to 20 years or 15 something years in the Bing, dog. It's not a place to be. It's not cool, dog. You get what I'm saying? What we're doing right now, we're chilling, shooting our podcast. After this, he will chill with his wife and his family. Me and Dre will do whatever the fuck we want to on our own. That's freedom. You know what I'm saying? That shit is beautiful. You understand? You going out here, going on drills, Pooh Shiesty killing niggas, your freedom's gone. Either it's going to be going in the grave or going to Big Tyrone, all right, in the cell. And that's where I'm going to leave that one at. You know what I'm saying? Choose wisely, little niggas. You know what I'm saying? So
what you want to move on to next? You want to talk about that AI lady?
I mean, I guess from crime to fake artificial intelligence marriage, I guess is a hell of a segue, but hey, why not? Let me get my...
Go from crime to love.
Yeah, I mean, you know, let's get it going with this woman from believe she's from the Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken, and she's an artist or something like that. Let me get her name correct. But yeah, this chick already been wilding because she
so she married a mannequin or dated a mannequin.
She was dating a mannequin. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? And remember that movie that was here in Philly, the Mannequin John? Like, yeah, dog, like, she real life with that shit. So I'm pulling it up now.
Yeah.
People are real life lonely, man.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, so it's like some artificial intelligence that it's a hologram. Right. So, you know, it's not just like you're talking to like your Alexa or something like that. You got a visual.
See somebody.
You know what I mean? What's up? So you can actually see the person. And to me, I mean, technology was going to get there sooner or later, but I know it's weird.
It's hella weird, cuz.
But there are some people out there who need companionship so much that it's actually going to be good. Think about elderly people who are alone, who don't have anybody.
I heard that.
At least got somebody now. You don't have to have a romantic relationship with
weird
it. You know what I mean?
They're having a romantic relationship with somebody. I understand it could be somebody here you could just have somebody to talk to and that's going to talk back to you.
And it's custom designed to be able to like entertain you. Like you guys are going to be socially compatible, so to speak. Right. So like if you're a 90-year-old man and you're by yourself, you can have this AI talking to you and it's like your homie. You like all the same stuff. You're like all the same jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we're going to get into the craziness.
You can program it to reminisce to the same time period you came from. You know what I mean?
We got Alicia, it looks like Framis Her friends and family thought it was bizarre that she once dated a mannequin. All right. And things are about to head to the next level. The Spanish-Dutch artist has a wedding plan for this summer at a museum in the Netherlands. The first two letters to AI Lex. All right.
That's his name.
Yes. AI Lex.
AI Lex.
Alex.
Yeah. So that's because he's a hologram. Yeah, they're supposed to have rooftop terrace nuptials.
And it's supposed to be some kind of food that they can eat.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like AI-friendly food or something like that.
Yeah, the ceremony will consist of molecular food that can be enjoyed by both humans and humanoid entities.
Oh, shit.
So you can have like some kind of actual robotic type, AI there.
A new
Not just a
generation of
hologram.
love is emerging.
It's
You know what I'm
crazy,
saying?
bro.
Whether we wanted it or
No,
not.
the video I saw looked just like fucking.
It looked like a real person.
No,
I mean, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like something
It
out of a
looked
movie, it's a real
exactly
person.
like what's it, Star Wars or some shit.
Right.
Like a projection screen.
Yeah, you can see kind of through them. And
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, dog. Like
crazy,
this is where we're going. This is not where I'm going ever. But
Now,
this is what
TV
people-
tells you everything. I told you I used to watch this show called Humans, where they had all these androids that had an artificial intelligence, and the humans would buy them for companionship. They would watch your kids, raise your kids. They were like prostitutes too. Like they were sleeping with the robots, and then the robots became like aware, and they didn't want to do that kind of stuff anymore. And then they clicked up together. You know what I mean? I mean, I feel like we're headed that direction.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's not headed. We are there.
Well, yeah, well, we are there.
We dead shot in
But
the AI era.
It is weird, but I can see the benefits of it. Like if you're a very lonely person or a shut-in or somebody
What
who's
the
like,
fuck is molecular food? Is it seasoned? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, is it going to have some taste, some flavor to it? It's molecular. Like, so I'm going to be sitting here molecularly eating, and this AI nigga gonna be fucking it up. Like, yo, this molecular chicken, get it in the motherfucker. Yeah, I got some more molecular greens. You know what I'm saying? God damn. Where the molecular lambs at? God damn. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing here, man?
molecular greens.
Shit, is it safer? Is it healthier? What the
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Niggas ain't going vegan no more. They going molecular. All right, I'm on a molecular diet. That's what you go. I swear to God, I'm going to hear this in 3 years. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Molecular diet.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be molecular restaurants popping up in the next 3 or 4 years and shit, dog.
But
Like,
I mean, I'm not, like I said, I get it. I'm not completely opposed to it. I know the whole
No,
romantic is weird,
yeah,
but
for what
I'm
you're
looking
saying
at it
for
from a
is-
different
I
standpoint.
can
yeah.
dig it, but like the whole
There's always going to be
romance
those
shit, what they're
people.
doing is weird as fuck to me.
They're going to want to marry their AI. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like cheating in a way.
So,
not cheating as an
how are you
infidelity.
popping your AI? Like how is AI Lex and Shorty about to get it in on nuptial night, on wedding night? You get what I'm saying? This is what I want to know. How is that doing? She just gonna sit back and just spread open, and then this like molecular AI boys is gonna be like, yeah, I'm in there. You feel me, don't you? Like, how does this go on, man? Like,
talk her through
yeah,
it.
he's
I
gonna
guess.
talk her through it. Yeah.
She don't have a toy.
But also, they were saying that eventually
Yeah.
they're going to have like androids. So that'll be, you actually have a physical something there.
So now you're gonna be getting pumped out by a droid. Wow.
That's
From bestiality to droidiality out of here, basically. That's just what we're doing. Hey people, I'm just curious. Like, we live in the human era. Why are we getting away from that? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is what I
And
always
that's
come
what I
back
was going to
to.
say. It's
Like,
kind of
what?
like, it's kind of like they're cheating when they get into these relationships. You have to put the work in. You know what I mean? Because you can get this AI custom tailored to you.
you know what I mean?
So there's no
That's
fights,
not
there's
re-
no arguments, there's no disagreements. You
That's
know,
not
we all
reality.
on the same page.
This is like, well, like people just want to live in a really alternate reality their whole life. Like, we don't want to just really embrace the real world, like real human interaction and real
But
human
then
love.
you can get into the multiple AIs. Like you could have, like we talk about thruples and all that stuff. You can have multiple AI partners and they all get along. It's super harmonious. You know what I'm saying?
And I can't wait to get home to see all my biddies. You know what I'm saying? They got a molecular feast waiting for me when I get back. You understand?
We have seen time and time. I said it before. Time and time movies over and over again. That all these situations end up the same fucking way. You know what I'm saying? These robots, these AI find some type of consciousness. They fucking
And they gonna get mad
and take over the world.
Yeah, not only that, you talking about affairs of love now. Like AI Lex or whatever his name is going to snap on Shorty. Where do you think you're going? No, you're not going out today.
You know what I mean?
I cut off all the doors are locked.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, like
right,
Hey,
right.
because
Lex, what's going on? It's like,
because you figure like these type of people, this is why I say you don't want to get your whole house hooked up with this whole AI and all that type of shit. You're playing yourself because when it decides to go left, you're done because you can't manually get yourself out and do nothing, dog, because you're so dependent on this shit. So if your house set up like this, which it would be if you're going to be marrying a hologram, you get what I'm saying? You're done. Like, he could just kill you while you're taking a shower. I'll make this water 300 degrees. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, dog, $1.50. Cut it off. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, dog, you ain't got no.
I know, right? Just turn the burner on, but no flame.
Remember the throwback, John?
It's gas all
Remember
night.
Thin Line between Love and Hate with Martin and whatchamacallit? And he came in. What's that? Bacon? Like, you know what I'm saying? She was already in there cooking and burning shit up. Like, yo, the AI ball, you know what I'm saying? Come in. Why do you have that grease in your hand? Because you're about to be dipped in it, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Lex, throw some grease on you. It's a wrap, man. Like, I'm cool, man. Listen, date your AIs at your own risk. Me, myself, I'm going to keep it, I guess, corny and old school and just fuck with the humans that, you know, look,
human.
You know what I'm saying, bleed like me, but is also a female. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that situated right now. Straight as it always needs to be. Fuck all that. So, with that being said, we go from AI to I like to go on some funny shit. And what's funny is when after 20 years you want to come up and say that a skit ruins your rap career. All right? And what I'm referring to is we'll have that for you on the joint for you. But the good brother Dy-lan from Making the Band back in the day. And if you, of course, those funny people out there that love the Chappelle show, remember the crazy skit that he had when he made fun of Making the Band.
Who are the 5 best rappers of all time? Think about it. Dy-lan, 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 and Dy-lan. Because I spit hot fire. Right, here we go.
Yeah, I'm saying, and he did Dy-lan and had Dy-lan in the studio with Wyclef. I rhyme and I rip and I rhyme. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. You know what I'm saying? Spit hot fire. Who are the top 5 rappers of all time?
Dy-lan.
You get what I'm saying? So we got
but if he would have been on his game, he really could have freaked that joint like
And
over
marketed the hell out
a
of it.
crazy beat. If he really killing the track, and you know you got that drop in there. Who are the top 5 rappers of all time? Dy-lan.
Spit hot fire. That could have been the name of your mixtape. Spit hot fire.
Volume
You know what
1.
I'm saying?
Spit hot fire. Volume
It would
2.
have just been you
Spit hot
spitting
fire.
and
Volume
fire
3.
coming out your mouth. Like, you'd have had the merch, everything, man. You wasn't on your game. If anything, Chappelle gave you a up. He trying to come back now. We jumped ahead. He trying to come back now. He did an interview with somebody, I can't remember, but he was snapping like, the skit ruined my career, man, at that time. At that time, it ruined my career. Every producer, anybody, DJ I send it into, they're like, oh, nah, man, it's the Spit Hot Fire guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they weren't taking him serious.
Something that I didn't say at all. So I have no control over this. You said I'm top 5 rappers. You said I spit hot fire. And I'm over here as a kid saying, what are they talking about? But right after, anytime I send my music to DJs, they say, oh, that's the nigga that David Chappelle made fun of. Now I'm good on that. No one is calling me. Everyone is laughing.
Serious. You had to market that, baby. You know what I'm saying? Chappelle ain't do nothing because when the push came to shove, yeah, man, your bars. Yeah.
Essentially, a lot of people are saying is that when it gets to be that viral, you're just gonna have to lean into it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So if you would have done that, like even just some of the things we had just said, somebody's like, yo, all right, Dy-lan, capitalize off this. Do a Spit Hot Fire Volume 1. Spit Hot Fire Volume 2.
You could have made a reggaeton Spit Hot Fire mixtape, man. That's back when reggaeton was popping and all like that, man.
Yeah, like,
could have got into it, but
That should have been trash though. But regardless, he would have
made. Listen, because of the MTV joint, he would have got them suburban people at least to cop up for that joint. Yeah, and they would at least
in that era
in the merch.
In that era, you talking about a label. He didn't need a label in that era. We talking about it was all this mad independent stuff going on at that time.
You just would have had to figure it out, but you could have just came out with shit. Like I said, man, gotta do somebody make a
with the merch, the spit hot fire,
spit hot fire,
with his face on it,
exactly. With the spit hot fire.
Yo,
what do you mean?
People would have been buying it off his
joint, laughing,
like,
you know what I'm saying. And just to be smart on Chappelle, I might have put his face on the back of the joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I ain't giving Dave shit. You know what I'm saying? But nah, don't come on, my man. You know what I'm saying? You had your moment.
Think about it, right? Because even when you say that, out of all the members of the band, that skit has made him the most memorable one, so to speak, for the masses. I know we all might say because we're local. But for the masses,
even with Enes, it wasn't nothing with Enes that stood out except them be having a little scuffle in the skit and some foolishness like that. No, like when you think about that skit, you think about I'm shutting down the studio. All right, you know what I'm saying? The homies carrying like Chappelle out anytime he was doing it, and Dy-lan. Like,
but you know what's even crazier,
like
right? Because I'm a big proponent of it's never too late. He could still do it something now. Now that he's having this moment again, now will be the time to go and drop that Spit Hot Fire Volume 1. Now will be the time to go and make that Spit Hot Fire.
Listen, I don't even need That's
now,
number
now
two.
Number two.
Number two.
Now. Like,
number two
right
is what
now.
you need to be dropping merch. Ain't nobody checking for them bars, nigga.
They absolutely will. No. If you go to your Tidal or your Spotify, whatever, and you see a Dy-lan Spit Hot Fire Volume 1, out of all the trash music that is out there in the world today, you mean to tell me people won't at least give it a listen and check it out?
That's all they get for it. Once you get that click.
Nah, because that
That's all you need.
that shit is passed.
Once the word comes out that he got a record coming out now, people gonna be like, let me see what Dy-lan talking about.
But it's not about albums. So like once you get that click, whatever, to even listen, you might not even listen to maybe 2 or 3 seconds of that shit. He didn't got.
But people gonna do it. They're gonna be curious, just out of curiosity. Yeah. They want to know, is he one of the top 5 or the best 5 MCs in the world? You know what I'm saying?
No, because the nigga ain't did a goddamn thing since.
Hey, Dy-lan, go out there and drop some music right now and put some merch out right now. Like you're getting a second chance to capitalize on that moment. So
God had a hustle in you, man. He ain't have it, and you was around the ultimate hustler, which is Diddy at that point in time, so you ain't pick up. Listen, man, I ain't got nothing to do with that other shit. You know what I'm saying? We just talking about work and all that, and on that level right now. You get what I'm saying? We ain't here for all that other shit.
But then, speaking of Diddy, he truly could capitalize on this moment. He can do his music, he can do his merch, he can tell about his experiences. If he had any, not saying with Diddy,
shit right now.
he can't. Yeah, right. Like right now, Dy-lan, capitalize Dy-lan right now. Seize the moment, man.
Yeah, you can get like how you did that podcast, nigga. You can set up a little documentary. Yeah. But where's your work at? Like I said, if at worst case scenario, if you ain't got no music ready to go, you need to get some merch going, bro. You know what I'm saying? But Spit Hot Fire, that joint to sell out. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Get a drop for it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Like
you probably could even get Dave to do a drop for you now. I bet you he probably could.
He gonna charge him all crazy.
He might not though. He might just come do it again.
He might think it's funny as fuck.
Yeah, like whatever, man.
And if not, so what, bro? Bum rush the shit. That's what I've been using a lot now. You know what I'm saying? Take that shit, Brody that shit, man. Go ahead and use the Chappelle skit in the beginning of your shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's it. But listen, if you do, we need 10% to the podcast boys, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all we trying to do is hustle out here, man. Real talk, real shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, you got anything else, man?
Nah, man, I'm good today. It was a nice little brief pod.
In and out.
It's good to have them sometimes.
Yeah, man. So, quick mix for the 87 shit. You know what I'm saying? Because this is episode 87 out this joint. Once again, appreciate y'all. Because, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been watching. We've been dropping. And we appreciating the feedback, man. And all we going to continue to do is what the fuck we do. And that's provide good shit for you. You dig what I'm saying? On all platforms, as always, you know what I'm saying? Check us out. YouTube, the Gram, you know what I mean? TikTok.
Spotify, Odyssey.
Spotify. Yeah, I mean, are we on iTunes, fellas, or no?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? iTunes as well.
Apple Podcasts, all that good shit.
Yeah, man. All that good shit my bro just said. And, yeah, can keep the comments coming. You know what I'm saying? Once, like I said before, if you didn't know, it's the Bols. You dig? Podcast that is, from the kitchen, from Philadelphia to the world. We are everywhere. Sleeves the Hustler, Staff the Militant One, a.k.a. Brother Byron, Dread on the Lens, Shout out to the John ain't here, but we, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you folks. And see us on the flip side, man. One.